Greetings. And how are we all this evening? Good evening to Bread, Bolo, Aaron, William, Deb, Stolinator, None, Clarity, Sypec, None again. Far, our local Red Skull hater. Nice to see you too. Dev, how are we all doing? Dark Star, congratulations, nicely done. Zane, yep, exactly. Check the description, I've put in some information there. Right, yeah. How are we all doing this evening? Good to see you. Good to see we're all doing well. Jov, yep, we can start in 734. Absolutely fine. If you want to post some of your top of your roster or something, we can certainly take a look at your options. Nathaniel, nice to see you too. X-Form, greetings to yourself. Yeah, William, that was me trying not to choke right as the stream started. My bad. I have not tried out Marvel Rivals, no. I do not have the time at the moment. Abanob, not doing too badly, thank you. How about you? Get better? Yes, Warlock is fantastic, and if I had a 7-star one of my own, he would also be going up as well. Darkstar, congratulations. You now get your free 7 stars. Good evening to you, Kek. What's on the 10th? I would say check the description, but you get some free stuff. So, I believe our first question already came in for 734, so let's go and have a look at that to start with. This is the Ghost Path by the looks of it. I like this quest. Okay, Nathaniel, that is quite a claim. I will certainly have to investigate. Ryan, maybe, is the short answer. This is a stream I want to focus on helping people get to Paragon. Because if you can get there by the 10th, you get your free 7 stars, so that is what I'm here to do. If the questions run out, then we'll see. As far as I'm aware, Nathaniel, it's a calendar that runs between the 10th and the 20th. So if you don't log in on one day, you'll just miss out on Isophyne, who's the last one. Then if you skip 2 days, you'll miss out on 9 and 10. I don't know who the 9th champion is, and so on. So all you've got to do is log in. If you can find 30 seconds every day, you should be fine. Tom, nicely done. Paragon for you, sir. So, who was asking about 734? Jovac, you still here? 734? Essentially, for this quest, and I'll run a few fights in it as well, whenever you apply a debuff to the opponent, so parry them, you'll get a charge. Whenever you dex one, you'll lose a charge, but each charge gives you buff potency. So, what we're going to do, yeah. Do you have some of your roster available, Jov? Just type in your top champions, maybe top cosmics, and we can go from there. Oh, you're too kind to me. But essentially, let's use some 5 stars because we don't want to do anything too powerful. 5-star cosmics. Hyperion. Angela, Medusa, Venom, and maybe we'll have a lower ranked one of you as well. Oh, who do we want? Herc Serpent CGR, wonderful, let's work with that. Okay, it's a slightly small CGR. Thank you, Huss. 8.26, nicely done. So Bolo, Null is not particularly... He's fine for this quest, but he's not one of the best. Actually, I'll bring you... I'm going to apologise, I'm going to bring the big Cosmic Ghost Rider. Because here we're looking for buff potency. Null is generally an excellent champion, but... yeah. Nathaniel, I will come to you in just a second. But essentially, yeah, debuffs to gain charges, dex to drop them, and while we have charges, we gain buff potency. And this affects all buffs, which is a little bit insane if you start having things like regen buffs or power gain buffs, as we will see in this fight here. So going to drop a few heavies. So we all know and love just how Oh, she blocked me. Oh, cool. So, you need 3 charges to deal any decent damage in this fight. But look at my power bar now. Look how quickly it's going up. That's only 4 charges on Hyperion. So we're at 2 bars. Tom, not before the new year. It will be the earliest. But look how quickly my power bar is going up now with 7 charges. All buffs are affected by this. So we throw a special 2, and we're already back at special 2. Just got to be careful not to get too many charges and boil over. So it's got to dex a few attacks now. So there's 1, 2. Actually, we can trigger the regeneration here, and this is just a 5-star Hyperion, but we're ticking for 659. I think dying here is going to get quite difficult. I would say that if you don't have Sigs, don't awaken Prowler. He really wants that high Sig. And slam. 35k medium from a Hyperion. 5-star, not bad at all. So there is a Havoc on this path, you've got to watch out for him, but that's why we have Angela. She's got her arm buff. We could use Cosmic Ghost Rider for this, but he applies lots of debuffs, so we have to be very, very careful, as does Angela actually, so I'm going to be careful with her as well. 741, I will come on to you in just a minute. Angela's also particularly good for a Havoc fight, because we can parry non-contact attacks. Now, Ghost's a relatively easy defender. Dev, I would say you should rank up your Hyperion anyway. He's an excellent champion. I think MSD has some rank 3 Hyperion gameplay. 7-star rank 3, that is, if you want to just see how crazy a champion can get. Ow, okay. Well, that was definitely on purpose just to showcase stuff, but watch Angela's regen. That was definitely not because I'm bad. Yeah, K Bishop's fantastic. Any counters for Havoc? I will tell you how to beat Havoc in just a moment. So, essentially, the best way to beat Havoc is to just have anyone with an armor up. That's all you need to beat Havoc, is an armor up. Because then when his plasmas detonate, you don't take any damage. Akash, nice to see you here. 726, I will come to in just a second. Now we're at 10, so we can actually do some damage. Yep, Nimrod's also a good Havoc counter. But anyway, I'm not going to make you all sit through the rest of the fight. You get the idea. Just big buffs on this fight. On this path, big buffs get bigger. I suppose if you do want to use Cosmic Ghost Rider, you have to be very careful you don't boil over. But let's see. So we can do that. Go for a light ending combo. Medium ending combo. Yay. Okay, so Cosmic Ghost Rider applies a few too many debuffs. So, yeah, not recommended option there. He's fun for the rest of the path, though. Well, maybe not. Actually, yeah, I wouldn't use Cosmic Ghost Rider. Too many debuffs. Trying to rank 4 6-stars. Should I rank 5 them? Don't think the resources are. I would say rank champions as far as you need to. It's, in my opinion, always better to have a big stack of rank up resources that you can then use when you have a problem, rather than a champion that you've ranked up that is useless. So, for example, I will come on to answering a couple of the questions in a moment, but say you have just got Cavalier, you've just beaten this Sentinel, and you're going to go, wow, I'm going to rank up my Kate Bishop. I've heard she's an excellent champion. Wonderful. Kate Bishop should be alright in this quest. Absolutely useless for Severed. It would be better to get to the Mr. Sinister quest and then say, well, actually, I need a solution for Mr. Sinister. I'm going to go rank up my Warlock. So in my opinion, it's always better to have rank up resources available than it is to rank a champion that's not very useful. Right. Hate, I'm not doing BGs today, certainly not at the start of the stream. 741, that was it. So, let's have a look at what we've got here. Oh, this is the same thing. Thank you. The two. Yeah, this is a debuff. This is exactly the same path as we've just seen, except there's slightly different champions on it. So you can use exactly the same champions. Yeah, any big cosmic could do you fine here. So you follow this outer edge. Maybe bring a penny counter, but I'd suggest Hulkling do amazingly there. And then I'd recommend this boss in the middle. You just need someone with shocks, or someone that can power drain, power burn. Shuri, Hulkbuster, Warlock, they'd all do fine for that one. I think someone said you can... Yeah, this Darkhawk's alright as well, but I wouldn't recommend the Ultron. He's a bit weird and he's going to be evading a lot, and this node is strange and doesn't really do anything. But never mind. Maybe later, Nathaniel, maybe. But yeah, let's have a quick look at this path as well. It's very annoying not being on the beta server, but what can you do? Storm is excellent for Lycan, yes. So we'll take you out. Let's use... So, hang on. This is a Gamora, but she's unleveled. So, don't have to worry about that. So yeah, she's unleveled, making her about the same as a rank 3. So let's bring her for this path. Yeah, Storm is excellent for Glyhan. Giannis, that is entirely up to you. If you have the energy for it or have the units for it and you want to, go for it. But, yeah. Haggis, nicely done. So again, this is apply debuffs to gain charges. They'll be unstoppable to start the fight. But then once you've done that, you're just going to be getting bigger and bigger buffs. And that's pretty much all there is to this path. Dex to remove them if you need to. So this is going to apply 3 debuffs, taking us to 10. Refresh our debuffs. I haven't tried Gwenpool for Bahamut. I don't think she'd be, you know, amazing, but she'd certainly be alright. There we go, 50k medium from effectively a rank 3 Gamora. 6-star rank 3, effectively. So yeah, this path is just about gain buffs, hit hard, don't apply too many debuffs. Dev, I imagine Adam would be very good of this path. Let's go and have a look. I do have Adam around somewhere, so let's go find him. Adam Warlock, there you are. So this is 7-star rank 1, so about sort of 6-star rank 3.5, 3 and a bit. Thank you, Maurice. I'm glad you're enjoying them. And Zoso as well. Nicely done to both of you. How'd you get 6-star rank 4 for Paragon? I would say check every single shop you can. You know, the Glory Store, the Battleground Store, the Loyalty Store. See what's available for you. Okay, so we've got 8 charges now. Let's not boil over. Ow. Okay, we've lost our sovereignty there. That's annoying. I'm not a huge fan of Adam Warlock, if I'm honest, because I find him a bit up and down, but I know he's a very good champion. So we're just going to wait a bit. we go. How's the audio levels, by the way? I did mess with them slightly. Oh, did that trigger the sovereignty? Oh, that's annoying. Darafin, you know it. Right, so get... Ow. Let's get the special one out of him. Right. Special one, thank you. Audio's great, wonderful. So yeah, now we've got some very big buffs going, and this Adam Warlock is going to completely trash the Hulkbuster. Ben, nice to see you. Oh, Darafin, you need to stop, my dude. Thank you very, very much. Visit University hosted con. Have an amazing weekend in stream. University is a surprisingly good time. Don't let it go to waste. Simpler times. We'll round you up. Thank you very much, my friend. Anyone worth taking to rank 3 of the 10 free 7 stars? I would say quite a few. There's Vox, who's coming out. He could be a rank 3 option. Wiccan, if you really like him. Ooh, Isophyne deep dives out. Could certainly work. Those are probably the better 2. So someone's saying Nick Fury for 7. Can we use Juggernaut for Nick Fury in 742? The answer is probably Nick Fury. Oh, this one. Let's see. You can, but he won't gain any benefits from it. Say thank you to your friend from me, Darafin. Debuff potency is so powerful that it's almost better to use a champion that focuses on it. Can we do Gallon versus Superior Kang? I need to see if he's a good option. I mean, he's alright. Nothing particular. He's not special in any way. He'd do alright in phase 1 and very well in phase 3. But, yeah. But let's have a look at debuff potency. I can't remember how do we get charges on this path. Knock them down for charges and intercept to remove them. Cool. So, debuff potency. Who's got some very big debuffs that we can make bigger? Mr. Sinister, silly option. Sandy, the honest answer is I don't know. I haven't had a chance to play with her yet since I've some chi. I imagine so. She looks very good. But we will see indeed. Let's have some blade. Who else do we want to see? Actually, let's have some cable with the Apocalypse synergy. So we're not going to use Apocalypse at all, so I'm going to bring in the big one, but Spider-Man path is doable in 815? I honestly can't remember. But I imagine so. If you get to Act 8, you usually know what you're doing by that point. Jared, I would say check the description. Actually, I need to add a pinned message, so check the description for FAQs around December the 10th. There we go. So now I've sent it, I can pin it. There we go. Thank you, Jason. It has taken me far too long to put together, but it is entirely 100% free to play. There is not a single penny has been spent on this account. So we're going to knock the defender down for debuff potency. Right, watch Cable do his thing. So that's 2 heavies. 3 heavies. 4 heavies. 5 heavies. 6. And that's 8 heavies. And we had to ramp up in that fight. But yeah, 8 heavies from Cable. Sandy, this is 7.4.2, I believe. Big thank you to Kabam for hooking me up with a bit of extra energy so I can help you all out this evening. Let's just get back to using Cable. Will Cav get you anything? I believe Cav will get you something, but the honest answer I don't quite know. So, 2 heavies. Three heavies. So we got this guy down. He's nearly down off just 3 heavies. So yeah, 3 heavies from Cable. Not bad at all. Yeah, so whoever was asking, debuff potency, look how much degen damage that was. Debuff potency paths are so overpowered. So try and do debuffs when you can. Sandy, I'm not sure what you mean. What do you mean by the creator meta? Oh, do you mean beta? You have to ask Bam very nicely, but I don't. Yeah, that. If you want to apply for the content creator beta, there's a form on the forums that you can fill in, and you'll have to wait for them to get back to you and see if they want you. There are certain stipulations, I can't remember them all, but yeah, you had to make sure you sort of meet all the requirements. So just going to knock her down a few times. Jason and Jabari, nice to see you, my dude. How are you doing on this fine evening? Go. So again, debuff potency is so overpowered on debuff potency paths. Makes it very worthwhile using. Keep going. But you haven't really got anyone for White Mags. This isn't a great team for him. Someone asked about using Gallon for Superior Kang, so let's give that a try. I think so. 1, 2, 3. You're out. So, actually I can show you, well I can kind of show you. So the Content Creator Beta is a beta server that I can access, I just can't access it on PC. It is not it's not a clone of the main game. There's different things on there, so I can't play Incursions, for example, on there. It just doesn't exist. But there is also the Content Creator Beta test map, and that sort of thing. So, yeah, so that there's pros and cons to it, and when I do a rank up on one account, it doesn't carry over to the other one, for example. So there's pros and cons to it. Let's see then. Is anyone here going to help Gallon? Don't need any of you. Don't need any of you. But actually, we'll bring Colossus along as well. It's another mutant on the team. Oh, what's that? What's that? Final Singe, Mr. Fantastic. Incinerate. Yeah, we'll have that as well. Cool. Try the Spider-Man path on this quest. Let's have a look, shall we? No, JJ. Oh, Jason Jabari. Embrace the free-to-play life. It's so freeing. You just have to cry every few times a year. So yes, this path is absolutely viable if you're okay playing around the diversion node. Completely viable if you want to go in that direction. It's just more difficult to recommend in a video because it's all about timing and making sure that you line up these 3 nodes together. Also, you've got Spider-Man, who's a bit annoying, Hitmonkey, who's a bit annoying, Stealthy, who's a bit annoying, Wasp, who's a bit annoying, and then I believe we do also have a linked node to deal with, which is the Armor Raking Concussion, which means then he can place concussions on you if you're taking debuffs and so on, if you're taking archive debuffs and so on. Claude, thank you very much. I would say check the description, but essentially there are 3 7 stars for Paragons on the line if you manage to get there before December the 10th. Nathaniel has it bang on. It's for real gamers. Sort of, Sandy. I know you're joking, but I don't spend a lot of time in the arena. Like, really not a lot of time in the arena at all. Anyone want to see Apocalypse be weird? He completely ignores the smorgasbord node. Oh, my medium didn't register. That's annoying. Tip for 636 cap. My short answer is if you don't have a good counter, Suffer and Pain is pretty much your only option, which is annoying. Actually, that fight is a real pain. Refresh our debuffs. You want someone that can either tank special 3s, crits a lot, and maybe just use a few revives, or has some incredibly strong power control. Those are your options. Oh, that was a cheeky intercept. Question for Sauron, so I have the 7-star rank 1, but special 2, 10 Furies. If I have Fury and 10 Prowess, I'm only getting 12 to 20k with crits, while you get like 50k on each goose. Well, firstly, my Sauron's rank 3, so that will probably help quite a lot. But Sauron is also very, very, very good if you have recoils on. He benefits a lot from them. Plus, also having, if you can make him a horseman, he'll benefit from that. If you can give him 4 Professor X charges, he'll benefit from that, and so on and so forth. Zanny, which path are you trying to take specifically? And we'll see if we can get you some help. 843, you'll have to remind me. Honestly, Mohammed, the short answer is take if there's a weapon node, take that one. I think my D key is being a bit wonky. The weapon nodes usually make things quite simple. You just look for what they want, bring a champion that benefits from it, and they can usually take most of the path. Ooh. Relaxing. Best of luck to you. You're facing the superior Kang boss or the tech Kang boss. So for anyone wondering what's going on this path, Apocalypse has a minus 100% ability accuracy against the opponent's shrugging off debuffs, which means we can't use the smorgasbord node for extra degen damage. That's why none of his debuffs are getting shrugged off. Intercept into big special 2. Pop, 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 drop kick. Oh, he's still alive. There we go. Mr. Sinister Path. I tried the Mystic Path and it didn't work for my roster. Mr. Sinister Path. Is that the Terminal Velocity one? Best of luck to you relaxing then. You've got one more chapter, but I think you'll be able to get through it. Hang on, let me just see what's what. Let's keep going here. How do I grind units without doing arena much? I don't. The short answer. How do I keep a healthy stack of units without grinding arena? I don't spend them, is the short answer. I don't think I've bought anything. I haven't bought anything major in ever. I buy 1,000 units worth of boosts for war every season. And that's pretty much it. Yes, Panich, the Isophyne deep dive is indeed out if people want to check that out. Obviously, you'll check that out after the stream. I don't want anyone, leaving. I've already seen it because I get it sent to me early, which is very nice of Kabam to do that. But no, she is looking interesting to say the least. Ow. Storm with life cycle. I wouldn't wholly recommend that path unless you're really comfortable with life cycle. Personally, I dislike it, but if you're happy with it, then that's fine. Who are you trying to use for Mr. Sinister? Because he requires quite a specific set of counters. No foresight for this, but never mind. This is 7.4.6 now. We should use Hercules or Hyperion for the Tech Kang. Start with Hercules, and then try and use Hyperion for the final phase. barely rank 5 1 5-star, 1 7-star. I've done the whole story. How do people have so many 7-star rank 3s? They come with just as your roster goes up. So I can do a rank 3 about every month or so, maybe a bit less, maybe every 6 weeks, just because being Valiant, you just slowly collect things over time. Zanny, you've got Nick Fury. Have you tried the bleed path with him? I know that's a lot of fights for one champion, but Nick Fury is very good. After we've done this, do remind me and I will go back to 715 and we can have a go there. No, I probably will spend on the banquet event. Units, that is, not money. So, David, double check the description, but yes, you will gain 9 6-stars, and then finally you'll gain a 7-star Isophyne on day 10 if you've logged in for all of them. Yes, Ben, I do. You gain, for example, the daily super event gives me a little sliver of tier 4 alpha every day. It's 1,800 fragments, so it's not a huge amount, but you know, it's enough to keep things moving. Is that one with Hood? I think so. It's the one over to the left with Shake It Off and that sort of thing. I think it's got Shake It Off, Bleed Vulnerability. Big special 2 time. David, I can't remember. I would say best to go check out the Kabam website at, I think it's playcontestofchampions.com, and they'll have all the details there. Yeah, so Yob says 10 6-stars. That could certainly be possible. It's Kabam's 10th birthday, so they are really throwing out the rewards. Interceptor start us off. Stun through block. Everyone say hello to the sirens outside if you can hear them. This is the glories of living near a hospital. Oh, David, I think you can make it. If you can get the Grandmaster down, I think you can make it indeed. Coco, I'm glad they helped. They were a lot of effort, but ow. Nice to know that they helped indeed. Tips for 734 Symbiote Supreme. Keep his power low, I'd probably say is the best advice I can give you. So, actually no, the best piece of advice I can give you is when he is in his nullify phase, don't let him nullify you or you will take a whole burst of damage. And that would be bad. Tips for the Gwen Master. The honest answer, and I know it's a cop-out, is go watch the video. It's very long for a reason because I have lots to say on it, but for the Gwen Master, read, learn, listen, watch other people do it. Understand how the fight works before you even try it. It is not a fight to throw yourself headfirst into. Nathaniel, I live in England, so it's free. But also, no, I don't. Let's try Apocalypse for this Warlock. I don't see it going very well, but let's see. Can Hulk or Doom do that Symbiote Supreme? Probably. Yeah, I wouldn't see why not. Ow. Do the bosses get easier after the Gwen Master? Let's see then. So easier in terms of... Oh, full dex, nice. Yeah, so if you take the juiced path, then you can just choose the Gwen Master. Yeah, so yeah, juiced path for Gwen Master cheese is very, very good. Can I check if the 915 Shocker has the glitch where you can one hit in the combo? He certainly used to, and that was a fun time. I doubt he still does, if I'm being honest, but that's more of an AI thing than a glitch per se. Jov, what champion were you using for that? That sounds bad. Ow. I don't expect to survive this fight. It'd be nice if I did. Oh no, I'm draining my own health. Or my own power. That's a stupid idea. Refresh that weakness. It's probably the only thing keeping us alive right now. Ow. Oh, and that's a rip. Yeah, it's not expect to survive that fight in particular. Yo, any tips for 746? I would say look at the screen right now. That's where we are. Don't use this team. This is because someone wanted me to test Gallon. But, yeah. Best champ out of the 10x10, I'd probably say Vox, followed by Wiccan. I have Wiccan at rank 2. He's very, very good. I don't have Vox at all. And I will be looking forward to getting him as well. I don't know why I activated all this pre-fights. Wow, I've got big hands. That probably shouldn't happen. Hardest quest in Act 7 is entirely dependent on you and your roster. That being said, I believe the answer is probably 715. Very nice, Zinni. This is why we always take a path that is beneficial to our roster and what we're using, rather than just blindly focusing on whatever, you know, some YouTube idiot says. Like me. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Please let me parry you. Damn, he's just gonna heal now. You're on 732 but out of resources. Oh, that is... yeah, no, Mr. Fantastic's gonna be rubbish here. Fox is not a middle-of-the-road 7-star. He is very good. And also, you're getting 10 free 7-stars. Don't complain. Is 6.3 and 6.4 hard. That is entirely dependent on your roster, Mr. Ryan Gosling. Some people would say it's easier, some people would say it's harder. Yes. Right. Do you want to see Gallon do Gallon things if I can land a heavy? Watch this. Right, watch Gallon do Gallon things. Pop. I like Gallon. Is it better on PC than on phone? That better there is very subjective. Some people like it, some people won't. I have a lot of muscle memory built up on phone, so I'm still getting used to PC. However, being able to play on 60 frames with no lag, and I can stream it to you all, is certainly an advantage. Right, let me use some of my actual potions on this guy. I have to go into Realm of Legends and pick up some more of those. So, do you think Dazzo's worth rank 3? Quite possibly. She is going to be influential, I would say. Storm X does have a pretty hard-hitting special too. Certainly. I prefer the OG Storm, but that's just personal preference. Right. Gallon versus... I'm going to actually have to concentrate versus this guy because I'm playing on PC. And I don't want to get hit like that. Nope, okay. Define free. Log in. That's about as free as it gets. Nope, we can't punish that. Oh, come on. Good evening, Mr. Yoyi Esquire. How are you doing this evening? Okay, that's annoying. The harvest is capped as well. Don't know why I didn't punish that. Let's pretend so I can now punish it. Best Mr. Sinister counter, I would say Warlock. Specifically for 6.2.2 there, you'll need to bring in the Ultron or the Heimdall and Angela synergy to go with him. Okay, this fight on PC is kicking my ass slightly because I can't get the timings down, which is very annoying. And he's incinerated me because I incinerated him. Not a new account, I'm afraid, Joey. This is my main one, but I'm just going through this path for someone asking about using Gallon for this fight. He seems alright, but I'm not very good at the moment, so that's not helping. And this Kang just does not want to throw a special attack. There we go. Is 6-3 Kang harder than 6... sorry. Oh, we got the random fake slowdown. Is the 3.6 Kang harder than the 4.61? I would say that's subjective. Keeb. On 3... people seem to be struggling on 7.3.4 quite a lot. I would go out to the left and take the ghost path. Okay, we're going to get special 3'd, I can feel it. I will say, your slander part 5 did amuse me. Evade this. There we go. Please run off. There we go. So now we've got the slow motion dexes to deal with. Regular speed. Ah, no, okay, my button just didn't work. So, is Gallon a good option for this fight? If you're a better player than I am, maybe. Yeah. Max, nicely done, keep it going. Don't just throw units at the problem, but yeah. When is face reveal? It's on screen now. Can't you see it? Should be in the bottom right corner. So let's go and have a look. 715 using Nick Fury specifically. I packed yes and no. This is a free to play non-grind account you're seeing on screen right now. So yeah, I compete in actually. To say I stand no chance, I would say is not quite accurate, given that my alliance is currently ranked 2nd in the world. So and it's only GT40 ahead of us that win everything. So yeah. Who's the best counter for Red Skull in 7.3.4? Best counter. Hulkling's a pretty good one. Oh, actually no, Venompool. Venompool's 100% the best counter for that fight. I'll do 715 and then we'll go have a look at that quest again. So we're doing this with Nick Fury. So we'll have small Nick Fury and big Nick Fury. And no one try and tell me that's the wrong way around. Actually, we're also going to need some champions for... We need a Sunspot for Punishing Angel. And just in case I'm bad, we can also have... Where's my Chi? Oh, he's unleveled. Let's have unleveled Shang-Chi as well. And who else is a bit thirsty? Another mutant. Let's have Storm. I don't know what's going on. Good morning. You don't need to spam meat, it's fine, I got you. And iPad, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In order to answer your question, Sandy, I did. Unduped. So let's remind ourselves how this path works. I mean, we've got bleed vulnerability. So energy adoption fire, so if you bleed them, then you won't get fired. Recurring poison, you can just dash back and get rid of that. So tips for the Angela fight, well, we'll get there in just a second, but it's kind of all about burst damage. Storm versus Storm X, I personally prefer OG Storm. I've done a lot of things with her, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with Storm X as well if you prefer her. Entirely up to you. To JZ, the answer on who to use it on is entirely dependent on your roster. If you already have Scorpion ranked and you already have, I don't know, some other good Science Champions ranked, then you don't need to use it on him. You know, if you've got Silk ranked, then I wouldn't. It entirely depends on you and your roster. Ow. It's surely good for push to Thronebreaker. Should certainly be very helpful. Got busy trying to shrug off debuffs there. Potato, indeed. Which boss are you talking about, Vignac? I might have missed something, so it's perfectly possible it's on me, you have said. Won't sit still until everyone gets their 7 stars? Well, you know, it's 10 to 7 in the evening for me, so I've had all day here doing bits and bobs. Silk, best champion in my opinion, just saying. Well, it's a good thing that it's your opinion, isn't it? No, seriously, no, the Silk is a phenomenal champion, particularly in this Season of Alliance War. She's so unbelievably broken. Ah, the Gwenpool boss. Yeah, so Vignac, I would say either check out yesterday's video, yesterday's stream where we touch on her quite a few times, but also the full guide and the follow through as well, because we get a near solo, a solo, and then the juiced solo as well, and the follow-up video, so it is very much worth the watch. But yeah, it is all about knowing how to push her out of each phase. Ryan, I have done some of them. I'm not sure if I will ever do all of them, but we will see. Which country am I from? I'm from England. We certainly can have another look at 726. Yep, we can put that on the list of ones to have a look at. Oh, we are taking some poison damage. There we go. Lucky doesn't last too long. If you're using a smaller Nick Fury, you might have to do a couple more extra combos, but I'm just using the big Nick Fury so we can get through the path nice and quickly. Symbiote Supreme, so just got to be careful we don't have too many buffs on us during his Nullify phase. An estimate on how many revives you need is entirely up to you and your roster. I genuinely, I know it's not a good answer, but I can't give you. You might solo her. You might spend 100 revives. It's entirely down to you. I wouldn't spend 100 revives, I hasten to add. But if you wanted to have 20 on hand, that you would be pretty confident you'd get through her. But yeah. Space Wizard, nicely done. You now have Paragon forever, as a minimum. Yeah, Hitmonkey does certainly hit very hard. Do we have a Crucible guide on the channel? Yes, we do, for all the paths. That's a bit better. Greetings, King. How are you doing this, whatever time of day it is for you? Right, punishing Angel boss. So, Mercy. Whenever we dex an attack, we gain a charge. Parrying her puts all charges on her, and they will fall off 1.5 seconds per charge. They will take 90% less damage unless they have on their charge, but when they do have a charge, extra attack. That's pretty much the meat and potatoes of the fight. Stephen, I don't stream a lot. This is my 3rd stream, but I'm trying to help get as many people Paragon as possible. Zachary, I'd say check the description, but there's a whole bunch of free stuff waiting for you if you do. This is a rank 3 Sunspot. Let's see what's what. Recoil really isn't worth it? Correct. So we're going to build some Mercy charges by dexing attacks. Ow. You don't build any charges by getting hit in the face. Okay, this is going very poorly. So I'm just going to throw a special out to try and build up some... Let's get some health back from Adrenaline. Then when you put the Mercy charges on her, you can do extra damage. This is not going well. Oof, was not expecting that. You can play on PC if you are, yes, a content creator, Nathan, or if you live in Sweden, Australia, and New Zealand, I think. So that was how to not do that fight. Yes, this is punishing Angel King. So it is. It's just Angela with a gun, which is a terrifying thought. Oh, playing Shang-Chi on keyboard is really messing with my brain. I'm so used to playing him on other media. So it's 3, 2... Nope, did that wrong. 2 mediums. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Nicely done, Pixel Wolf. Nice to see you again. This is an unranked 7-star Shang-Chi, so roughly the same as a 6-star rank 3, unduped. Cleanse charges in case I get a bleed on me. Stun. Slow. No time for that. So we're going to parry. Put the Mercy charges on her, and then do lots of damage. You are kind of right, Sandy, but he's... Juggernaut is overpowered, in my opinion. He should not have been released as a 6-star as early as he was. Which path is 716? There's a whole video on it, but let's go have a look in a moment. Actually, don't... Everyone likes to disagree with my recommendation for 716. So we will go and have a look at it in a moment. Relaxing? Yes, it certainly is, but it's windy over most of the UK at the moment. This is 715, the hood path into punishing Angel. Because I'm poor, is the short answer to JZ. I could go and rank him up, but sometimes it's actually more convenient for me to not have him ranked up, so I can show you things like this. Ow. Okay, special 3. Medium. 2, 3, unblockable. So in this fight, I'm keeping well away from her special 2 because A, it hurts a lot, and B, she will also gain prowess while she's above 2 bars of power, and they are big. Right, we've got 14 charges here. 715 Iron Man counters. I'm presuming that's on the unlimited power path, so if you have a Ronin, even a 4-star, you can cheese that path entirely. Pop, pop, pop. Bam. Oh, not enough. Just kind of banking on that being enough. Nope. Ah, she's... this is what I mean when I say she's got big prowess. Never mind. I thought I answered you, Sandy, but yeah, he is a very, very overpowered champion. Yes, he's a little bit vulnerable, but just don't do those and you'll be fine. So now we just have to wait out the indestructible. There we go. There you go. So if you're not bad, you can absolutely solo that fight. It's just a little bit of patience and getting the right things onto you. As always, move to that end node. Don't quit out. Not even a 4-star, Liam? You can absolutely do it with a 4-star. No 4-star awakening gem lying around? So, someone was asking about Path 4716. So, my personal recommendation, if you have a Mr. Sinister counter, is to take this path here. The first 2 fights are quite rough, but after the first 2 fights, they're quite simple. So, you've got Clapback, which means don't apply debuffs to them unless you're good, unless you can sort of deal with them yourselves, because if you poison them, you'll get poisoned. If you shock them, you'll get shocked, and so on. Eat Crow means when they try and nullify you, science attackers will gain Fury and they can't be nullified. And then Buffet gives them 15% regen every time they nullify a buff, but they can't if you're using science champions. So you bring a science champion, you bring a robot like Warlock that can block out healing, and then you just use science champions for the rest of the path, and that's fine. I have seen other people recommend this Footloose path. Stun vulnerability helps you a lot. Footloose you might have to wait around with, and the Descenders are pretty simple. So you can absolutely take this path if you don't mind dealing with Footloose. Then you have a Spider Witch boss. Backblast, don't hit her too hard. It's the same node we saw in 722. Staggering Beauty. If you're close to her, she'll play stagger debuffs on you. If you're far away, she won't. Special Chaos Inversion will invert your controls whilst she's throwing special attacks, so that's quite bad. And then Power Build and Power Overflow are the prowess nodes we've seen on the previous quest. So let's go and give that a shot. So if we're going for the Footloose path, we can either just deal with it by waiting, we can deal with it via Mystic, sorry, or we can deal with it via waiting. Where's my Doom? Hello? Oh, there he is. He's just higher up than he should be. There's champions for Tech Kang. Any big Cosmic, if you want to bring some regen, you'll be fine for that path. And then we're going to need some... Let's use Photon, Hulk. I don't know. Oh, he says use Ham. Why not? Sandy, you bang on. Yeah. The answer is to be tired. But it's Saturday, so I didn't have work today. Rank 5 6-star Onslaught or Torch? Probably Onslaught, but it entirely depends if what your roster needs Game 7. If you have a very stacked Mutant roster and no Science Champions, do Torch. If you have a stacked Science roster, then Onslaught definitely. Yeah, you can go for the Gwenperion path if you are sure you can get through her. Because if you can't, then you've got a problem. So this Path of Doom is very simple because every time they throw special attack, instantly gets nullified off them. Straight away. Ow. No worries, Sandy. It's really not a big deal. And there we go, Doom. So if they manage to get buffs on them, you just wait. Then they go away. Ow. Nicely done, AB. Nicely done indeed. So, Liam, you'll want to get a few signature levels into that Ronin if you have them available. Bop. Just so you've got enough that you can stun lock the opponent, and I will show you how to do it in just a moment. That didn't work as well as I wanted it to. So, oh, sorry, my controls dropped out for a second there. We're back. Yep, we're back. Cool. So yeah, if they get the debuffs, or they get the buffs, you just wait. But yeah, the path isn't too difficult. I'm just a bad player. Patrick, who are the best free champions come from the 7 stars? I would say Vox, followed by Wiccan. But I also... Oh, there's also Isophyne as well, but I haven't had a chance to play her yet. X-Pool, when it comes to buffs, my advice is always, always, always wait first. Wait to see what other people do. Yes, Blueberry, I'm fully aware of the Doom cycle. Do you want me to show you how to do it? I will do it on a fight that doesn't have these nodes on it. But yes, I can absolutely show you how to do the Doom cycle. The other option for this path is to use Weird She-Hulk. Is to use slow champions. So if you get your opponent slowed, they cannot trigger Unstoppable, and they can't evade you either. Nice, Liam. I will show you exactly what to do in just a second then. Jabari is also pretty decent, yeah. Nothing wrong with a bit of Jabari. Special, thank you. For anyone that wants to see how you play She-Hulk properly, I think Metal Sonic Dude did a video with his She-Hulk against the this content creator like testing King Groot, which has 22 million health. So that's a slight overkill. Hello, Bergie. What should we call you? You can just put MCOCE if you can't be bothered to type it out. I do agree with you that it's a lot of letters rather unnecessarily. Thank you, Blueberry. Nice. Phase, yes, so there are, I'd say, Wiccan, Vox, Jabari, as some of the good ones from that lineup. Right, 715 for Liam. So we're going to be using a 4-star Ronin. And where's my Ronin? 4-star Ronin. Here he is. Mine's not even ascended for you. How's that? I will also be bringing in a Heimdall just to watch my back as well. But we probably won't need him. So, who is my favourite champ? Ghost is probably my favourite champion. I have a lot of history with her. She did most of Act 6 for me, as well as my first run of Labyrinth. I use her in Alliance War. She just does everything. It's very good, and it's also quite fun to play. So, in this fight, we're going to build up some debuffs on Terrax. Doesn't matter how long they last, we're just going to... Just building up some parry stuns, what we're doing. So he's got 4 there. 5, so we triggered 5, so now he gains 5 Furies. And this will happen, so when it goes around again, he will gain another, well, it'd be 7 now, I think. So now he's got 12 Furies, which means when we stun him, you can see how long the stun lasts. Yeah, so this fight is pretty much over now. Let's have a look at chat. Space Wizard, OG Iron Man or Hulkbuster for a Tech Gem. 6-star. I'm presuming that's an Awakening Gem. I would probably go OG Iron Man. Yeah, Panda Man Pete did some very, very special things with Ghost. 62k heavy for from a 4-star. Not bad at all. As a new Throne Breaker, very few 6-star rank 2s. What would you recommend I do? Depends. If you've got a couple of rank 2s, you can get Throne Breaker. Oh, you already are Throne Breaker. You can probably get... Can you get Paragon? Well, obviously you need to rank someone to get Paragon with, but... I would say, actually, you know, have a look at Act 7, but you probably won't be quite ready for it yet. Look to expanding your roster out, both in terms of height, so getting new champions, but also width. So, you know, make sure you've got a champion that's shock immune, a champion that's bleed immune, a champion that can nullify, and so on. So now he's got 10 buffs, so the fight's over. Who should be your first rank 3? Hulk, Jabari, Panther, Gladiator, Danny, Moonstar, Mega Sentinel. Brian, it entirely depends what you need and what the rest of your roster looks like. If you have a whole load of other Cosmics, then you don't want to rank up another Cosmic. So it's entirely up to you. Oh, Beer Man would absolutely trash me in VGs. I'm not a good VGs player. Not really. What do Cav get? I'm not entirely sure, End. You'll have to go double check the Kabam website. I believe it's play contest of champions dot something. Yeah. If the defender is stun immune, would White Mag solve the issue? No. If they are debuff immune, he will solve the issues. If they are stun immune, he will not. Ronan has cheese parts all over the place. Very nice, Zanny. On to 7.2 with you. So yeah, the only really scary fight on this path is probably Terax if you're using Ronan, but he's also the first fight on the path, so don't have to worry about him too much. Saying that, I'm going to die now for sure. Can you just part for 822? No, but I can go and have a look. Yeah, Gwemperian boss is quite simple if you have mags, but if you don't, then it suddenly gets quite specialised. Ronan's so cheesy, it's brilliant. Dupe on the Stark Spidey, very nice. You can now get proper crits. Just try and keep above 50% health so you can keep all that crit damage. Which Kang, Stephen? There are 2. Bam. Oh, it didn't crit. Let's see how long this stun lasts. Just watch Angela's head go round and round and round. Any tips from Autumn of Agony Pearl? I don't have the meta champions like Photon, Angela, Cosmic Ghost Rider. I used Adam Warlock for one of the for the medium Cosmic one, but I did use Photon and Angela for the other 2. He's not too bad. There's a little trick you can do with Prowler. I wonder if actually I've got a Prowler I can show you with. Do we have a Prowler available? Me too. I mean, my entire account is free to play, so I guess this is my free to play challenge. Prowler. We do have a 6-star Prowler. Perfect. So if we just grab a 4-star Cosmic that hopefully won't die too quickly. Just use Groot. You'll do. So, once you get Prowler to his specials, normally you will miss when he lands. However, the animation recovers such that you can actually hit him before he has a chance to get away from you. So if we bait the animation out of him, not like that. That's annoying. Prowler good for Act 7 and 8. I'm sure he can be used, but I can't say I've done it personally. Right. So yeah, so if we wait for the animation. So I was too early there, so I missed. I'm not the best at doing it. It's something I learned specifically for this Prowler. So let me try again. Yeah, there's Ronin cheese parts all over the place, Blueberry, if you know where you're looking. Nathan, it's entirely what you want to... what you need. For example, I'm going for tier 5 class catalysts just to stock them up for me because I actually don't have many, even though they're not particularly valuable for my account. So here we go. Nope, too early. Way too early on that one. That was on me just being bad on computer. Right, okay, so here it comes. Wait. I'll get it eventually. It's when his left hand moves forward. Yeah, so it is. It's when his animation recovers to his base standing animation. I just can't quite get the timing down. I think it's because I'm on 60 frames and I'm on 30 on my phone. Nope, too early. Ow. Oh, now I've been faulted again. Hello, Tony. Thank you very much. Careful, Groot is doing damage. Right. Go. Ah. It's possible, but I'm annoyed that I can't do it. I had it down on when I was doing it on my phone, but computer is still very much getting used to the computer controls. There we go. So you can still punish it. It's difficult to do, but it's worth practicing, and I need to evidently go practice. So let's keep going on this path. Who is the hardest boss in the game I had the hardest time facing? The first time I went up against the Grandmaster, I got absolutely trashed, but I've got used to it having done the fight more now. But yeah, first time round, did not go well. Is it possible on Special 2? Yes, it is possible on the Special 2, 100%. Right, the glory of using Ronin versus Storm X is Storm X only can glance basic attacks, not specials, so our stuns are safe. And we can use Special 1 or Special 2, doesn't really matter. She's got, ooh, 50k crits there. So yeah, this fight's over just like the rest. LXM, it's entirely up to you and your roster. You've put 3 Cosmics and 1 Mutant, but if you've already got a stacked Cosmic, or Cosmic roster, then I wouldn't bother. I'd go Mr. Sinister. I do like me some Mr. Sinister. However, if you've got a nice even roster, then I'd say probably not Venom, but Hulkling or Mr. Sinister would do very, very well. Do I suggest you try Autumn of Agony? Certainly try. What's the worst that could happen? I'm new to Paragon and only have 4 rank 4 6 stars not ascended. I used Photon, who was rank 4, as one of my counters. Took me sort of 1.5 revives. It was 1 proper revive, and then I died on 7% health. Me, I'm afraid I don't have the time to dedicate to that sort of thing. You know, I have a day job and so on. 8.2.2. Let's go have it. It's been mentioned a few times. So, is it Helipath, someone was saying? Helipath. Arcane Zeal, whenever struck. Okay, yeah, no, so that's instantly becomes a Ronin cheese path. The powerful node is currently bugged on computer, but it just makes them immune to any sort of power manipulation. But yeah, I could absolutely see you could take that with Ronin. But we can't use 4 stars in this quest. So, anyone else looking for a little bit of help in pushing towards Paragon? So we seem to have run out of questions, or is that just me? Maybe I've missed one. King Zoe, I would say push as far as you can. So have a look at Act 6 and then consider going back to 100% Act... Yeah, sorry, push Act 7 as far as you can. The rewards for it are much better than for doing Act 6. Plus you can get Paragon and so on. But that's just my opinion. I would say push as far as you can. 721, let's have a look. This is the... Is it up here? Nightcrawler counter on 736. Only hit him while he's stunned. There's your counter. Though any standard evade counter will work just fine. Yeah, Black Bolt. So I think this path, if you've got Shruggers, will be absolutely fine. So if we use Kingpin or Ghost, you'll absolutely trash through this path without issues at all. So bring Kingpin. I'm aware I'm using overranked champions, but deal with it. Which boss to take for 735? You'll have to remind me of the options, and then I will let you know. Yes, I will do the Ultron path next. I will probably get trashed because I'm bad, but we will have a go. What are the requirements of Paragon? You've got to have taken down 746 Kang and gained, I think it's one 6-star rank 3 champion. Problematic fights on the Titania path. Airwalker is the first one that comes to mind. He is very annoying. But I'd say if you... Yeah, he is... Oh, Airwalker and Arcus are probably your big annoying fights. So, yeah, so Kingpin is absolutely going to blast through this path because of all the extra debuffs we get. Kingpin is an absolutely phenomenal champion. Oh, we're cold snapping me, that's annoying. But we've already got one overpower. So we've got 1.5, but we're doing 30k mediums here. $35. There you go, fight's over. Kingpin is absolutely disgusting for any path where there's extra debuffs. Is 5-star rank 5 Kingpin enough? Almost certainly. Yes, let's go have a look. 611 is impossible. I mean, evidently not, but it is difficult. Don't get me wrong. The 611 and 612 are probably two of the hardest chapters. Well, they probably are the two hardest chapters in 6.1 entirely. And they are some of the hardest chapters relative to your roster in all of Act 6. So, don't, worry too much about it. Let's see, where's a lower rank Kingpin? Kingpin. I don't have him. We're going to use the 3-star. Oh, is it? Sorry, it's Thronebreaker that's a 6-star rank 3, of course. You are all correct. Who do I use? That entirely depends on who you have, JRW. If you have the right champions, then it will be significantly easier. If you don't have the right champions, then it's going to be a lot tougher. Which I know is not a helpful answer to you. I'd recommend checking out the videos on the channel all about it. Oh, this Kingpin is going to die so hard. Yeah, so unfortunately a 3-star Kingpin doesn't quite have enough health to go up against even the tiny amount of damage. Yeah, no, so okay, don't use a 3-star Kingpin. However, you also said you had Ghost. I'm going to use the 5-star Ghost. So there's 2. Remember, we have class disadvantage here. LXM, as always with a buff champion, wait for the buff to actually come out and let someone else rank them up first and see if they're any good. He could be... I think he will be very good, don't get me wrong, but I would always let someone else take the plunge first time round. So yeah, Ghost is also very, very good for this path, indeed. Right, someone else said... Can we do the 726 Ultron path? Yes, we can. So yeah, it's the speed debuffs are one thing, King. They aren't two separate things, but yeah, they look very interesting. But I want that sentry. If the sentry buff is even remotely what it looks like it's going to be, he will be going to 7-star rank 3 on my account if I can get my hands on him. I really hope I can. Ton, it's so you can get 10 free 7-star champions. And when I say free, you have to log in. That's it. So it's about as free as you get. If you are Thronebreaker, then you only get 6-star champions. Well, you get 9 6-stars and 1 7-star. But, yeah. Could we do 611? Yeah, why not? So, for this path, really you can use anyone, but Cosmics are best. So, for the sake of speed, I will use some slightly bigger Cosmics, but I will make sure that I end the fights with plenty of overkill, so we sort of end things at the right point. Let's have Venom Pool. Actually, no, he's not very good. Valiant gets the same as Paragon, Sam. Doopy-doopy-doo. Who else can we use? I mean, I'll just demonstrate with these two. That'll probably be fine. Jodash, nicely done. Keep it moving. Ton, I can't actually remember what Cavalier gets, so I'd recommend checking out the Kavam website, which is playcontestofchampions.com. I can't remember exactly what you'll get. Yeah, so LMX Paragon gets the 10 free 7-stars. So you need to be Paragon before the calendar starts, which is at some point on the 10th. Obviously, it'll change for different people depending on time zones. So here we're using Icarus to build Furies. And then we're just dexing. We're trying to dex. Damn, we got one degen. So we can use heavies to safely remove them. And then we drop the base. Go for another heavy attack to safely remove all of my... So again, just use Icarus to get Furies. And then Dex to turn them into Prowess. You need Prowess to do special attack damage. And that's where all of your damage comes from. So now I just hope he backs up. There we go. And this fight's all over. 400k crit. Not bad at all. Kunal, congratulations to you. Nicely done. I'm sure you'll be able to get there just before the cutoff. Who to rank to? I ranked 3 to my Titania Unawakened, but I didn't have Pig. Both of them would work. Titania is an absolute beast and can certainly work very, very well. Zani, yeah, this path is... It's a combination of fun and very annoying. You need the defenders to play ball, you need the animations to all line up and so on. It can be fun, it can be really annoying. Also when that happens. Got first 7 stars, Joe Fixit. Joe really likes to be awakened for him to be at his best. Ow. This is not going well. There we go. Luckily for us, Null has significant D-jump resistance. Is he good for the 744 Kang boss? I'm presuming you mean 746. He'd be alright. He's very good if you take the juiced path for 736 Kang, as I show in that video. But entirely up to you. Oh, that was close. Let's trigger the corruption. Danny Moonstar is a good champion. She's out... Oh, that was a lot of damage. She's outclassed by a lot of other mutants, but for what she does well. And that's the fight over. Can you take anybody with Future Kang? Pretty much, yes. I do like Null when I get to use him. He has some serious damage when we get him going. Someone was asking about 611, so we'll go all the way back there. And we could have a look at 611. So 611. Is Serpent good for that path? Yes, Serpent would take it very nicely indeed. So, for this path, I would recommend this Agent Venom going around to this Red Skull. Those two are massive pains. They are really, really annoying to fight. Red Skull in particular is really, really annoying. After them, they get a bit easier. But, like, this path we've got Iron Man Infinity War and Green Goblin to deal with. This path we've got Morningstar and her bleeds and a Bishop. This path we've got Kingpin, we've got Yellow Jacket. This path we've got Void and Killmonger. This path is okay, but you've got a Domino at the end. This path's got a Mordo. This path has got a Mags, which you need to think about. And I think there's an annoying node on it as well. Kinetic Transference Cable is actually really nasty as well. Don't you worry, Jay. I will demonstrate for you. Don't you worry. This path we've got a Mephisto to deal with. This path we've got a Korg and an Omega Red to deal with. So, every single path in this quest has annoying champions on it. Right, so we're capping ourselves at 5 stars then, are we? That's fine. So, let's use Omega Red. My Venom Pool is not ranked, unfortunately. And I would really like to use him. But I'm not going to rank him up here. If we were on the CCP server, I'd rank him up in a heartbeat. But that is quite... Okay, we'll bring him in, but I don't think I'm going to get a good solo on that Red Skull. Who else do we need? We need a boss option, so let's grab someone that's tech for the boss. Let's have 5-star... Let's have Hulkbuster. And then after that we can sort of have whoever we want. So let's bring in another mutant to deal with Agent Venom. If you have Onslaught, he's... Actually, we've got Apocalypse. Let's have Apocalypse. You're out. Oh, that's bugged. That's good. We'll bring in our Cable as well. And Corvus for Red Skull would be an excellent option as well. I could absolutely go with that. Let's have another Cosmic option. Do we have Corvus lying around? We've got a 4-star Corvus. Let's just use Venom. Does the difficulty ramp up after the Gwynmaster boss? No, in my opinion it gets easier. Hercules is also very, very good, but yes, you could probably use CGR as well. So, let's go this way. So, step 1, Apocalypse for Agent Venom. Agent Venom's primary annoyances come from the fact that he can shrug off and that sort of thing, but not against Apocalypse. Most of the time, do be careful about triggering no retreat. Oh, I forgot we've got the villain node to deal with. That is very annoying. Ooh, this is not going well. I do apologise. The PC controls Blueberry, I will show you in just a second. But it's basically just WASD. But yeah, no retreat is a difficult node. No Apocalypse, okay. Well, Adrian, don't you worry, I've got you covered. If you're watching that one, then you've got 45 other videos to go in that chapter, getting you all the way through. And then you've got 48 for Act 7 as well. Thank you, Nathaniel. It's one I made a very, very long time ago at this point. Yeah, Canal, I agree with you. I think it's a fun fight as well. I know some people hate that Gwen, some people like her. Oakham, that entirely depends on you and your roster. If you've got lots of 5 stars that are really good, rank them up absolutely. If you've got some good 6 stars, rank them up instead. Don't rank a bad 6 star just because they're a 6 star. I remember that the first 5-star champion, this is going back, first 6-star champion I duped, going back a long way, was Drax. And I really tried to make him good, because I thought, well, he's duped, therefore he must be better. The long and the short of it is he wasn't. He's Drax. This is a 5-star rank 1 Venom pool. Let's see what we can get. Oh, sorry, Blueberry, I will show you the controls after the next one. But in terms of, is it easier? I mean, it's just dependent on muscle memory and that sort of thing. Ryan Gosling, nicely done. So the reason Venom Pool is so good for this fight... Oh, we've got Death Touch, but you can just block from Death Touch. Don't worry about it there. So the reason Venom Pool is so good for this fight is because his special 1 can remove the armors off Red Skull, and he gains very large regens for each one removed. He can remove up to 3. Just keep Red Skull throwing his special 1. And don't let him throw the special 2, because that would be bad. How do you know which 6-star to rank? For me, that comes from 10 years of experience. Oh, this is going to hurt. But for you, I would recommend you check out the tier list on the channel that we've got. That would certainly help. Also, Vega's tier list is very, very good. You can check that out as well. That's put together by a lot of very, very skillful players. So we're keeping his armors down because his armors are what means that you can't parry him. And as we keep them down, we also regenerate as well. Heavy attack. Death Touch does not work on block. No, they have to hit you properly. Venompool King has one of the most overpowered regenerations in the entire game. It is so powerful, but it only works versus armors. Which channel was that? That's Vega, V-E-G-A. Pop, pop. So we're throwing the heavy, not only because he can't auto-block the heavy, but also it gives us the yellow vicious buff, which makes our bleeds hit that bit harder. I probably should go through special 3 at some point, but I'm not going to. So now we've built up quite a few Furies. We're sort of nicely ramped up. And we're actually doing some decent damage. Remember, this is a maxed out 3-star. Akash, it wouldn't actually be a proper reaction from me because I've already seen it. Because I'm in the content creator program, I actually get to see them early. So I know what's happening before it comes out. Big thanks to Karate Mike for actually all the hard work he does on those videos. He spends so much time working on them. And then so we get to see them early. You know, he could not rush as hard and put them out at the right time, but no, he does it so we can see them. Yeah, Nefaria is excellent for a lot of things. He's my most used war attacker this season, him and Onslaught. So, effectively a 3-star Venom Pool, or low-ranked 4-star can absolutely get through that fight. It did take me 125 hits. Take it nice and slowly, but yeah. Recently ranked up Nick Fury. Is that good? Yes, Nick Fury is excellent, particularly if you can awaken him. Remember to do light ending combos with him, so medium, light, to get your big bleed damage coming through. I forgot to put socials in the channel description. You are absolutely correct. I'm going to call a break in a few minutes, just so I can go refill my drink, and I will do them then. Thank you for that. Thank you, Blueberry. Long fight. I remember when I came through this path on the original showcase video, I think I used a 6-star rank 4 Cosmic Ghost Rider. Way, way, way overpowered for the path, but ah well. My other advice for this node in particular, the no retreat node, is it is always better to block something and take a bit of block damage than try and get fancy. If you get fancy and start like triple dexing things, you're going to take the degen damage, which is always more than a little bit of block damage. So, you know, for example, on the Agent Venom fight, just block the gunshots on the special one. They don't do much damage. You can, sure, yeah, you can dex them, but why take the degen damage? Here we had to take the degen damage because it was unblockable special one. Ryan Gosling, no, I believe that you have to be Paragon or Thronebreaker or whatever when it starts. Not so if you go halfway through, the calendar's already started, so tough. You have to do it when it starts. There we go, Venom goes that nicely. There's nothing wrong with Red Skull, Joff. I think it's as the kids say, skill issue. So Adrian knows just medium, light, 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 light. So if you went medium, light, light, medium, that's 2 mediums, so you wouldn't be able to then do another light attack. So it's, yeah, medium, light, 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 light. Or just light, 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 if the situation calls for it. You can use Miles, yep, absolute cheese, all of that. So, how should we take on this Punisher? Probably just special one spam. Our buffs haven't been the best, but never mind. Four lights, Adrian, but then you get it. So it's still a 5-hit combo, you just end it with a medium rather than a light attack. Not until the new year at the absolute earliest, Joe. Oh, that was a lot of block damage. Can I do this regen? Writing all of those... Like, so for every video that gets an act, I have to write a script for it for the normal video. This is 611 mark. And then I have to... And then, like, the follow-up video is normally just ad-libbed, but I always have to write a script for the main one. Oh, let's use some Hold Bust. She's shock immune. We'll just have some fun. And each of the scripts are, you know, they can be anything from 1 to 3,000 words. Zanny, I think you are discovering the ways of playing Nick Fury. I have seen so many people go, oh, why use Nick Fury? He's rubbish. He doesn't do any damage. And then they learn how to play him properly, and suddenly they go, oh, I see. Bang on, Hex. So you get Paragon before, you get 10 free 7-star champions. I really should have healed up before this fight, but I'm not going to heal up for Act 6. Good day to you, Mr. Dewad. How are you today? So this fight, Nebula has extra power gain, so we just have to be a little bit careful about pushing her to 3 bars of power. Yeah, the LMD is very, very helpful for just, oh, I messed up. No, you didn't. I got you, says Nick Fury's signature ability. It's cool. Hex, they are a predetermined set, so there's a Gambit, there's a Wiccan, there's a Fox, and so on. But the last one is a guaranteed Isophyne as well, whose Deep Dive has just come out, and she is looking very, very spicy. Yeah, Job's got it right, King. Medium, light, light, light. Basically just light-ending combos. We're going to die from degen damage. That's annoying. What sort of climbing are you doing, Dewad? Are you sort of bouldering or full climbing, lead climbing, or full clip stuff? What are you up to? Let's use the Buster. Ryan, I would say yes, but if you can get your hand on a generic Awakening Gem or a tech one, or not tech one, skill one, then I would say he's probably worth using it on. Yes, I would say he's worth the generic gem. Come on, Nebs. Come on. Degenerating. Yeah, Jay, there's a lot that goes into it. So I work on what I call my save method, which is every champion needs a script, needs audio, it needs video, and it needs editing. So save. And then of course it needs all the peripheries like thumbnails. It needs to be uploaded, I need to review it, it needs to have all the links put into it, it needs to have the descriptions done, and all of that sort of thing as jazz. Oh, very nice. What sort of V are you on bouldering? Do what? I got to about V4, V5 a long time ago, and then COVID said no to me continuing doing that, which is a little bit unfortunate. No, Blueberry, he's not useless on Awakened. He still has some very solid bleed damage. He's got very potent shrug off as well, just by knocking them down. Yes, you can't go fully unblockable or any of that sort of thing, but he is still very good. JW, there are no degen immune champions. However, there are some degen resistant champions. Moondragon, OG Hulk, Null, I think Ham has some built-in ones as well. So yeah, there are some degen resistant. Oh, Mr. Negative is as close to degen resistant as you'll get. He, when awakened, will regenerate if degenerating, but he will still take the degen damage, if that makes sense. He can reduce that damage as well, but never mind. Ow, 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 ow. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, Mr. Negative Awakened is about as close as you'll get. I suppose you could also call Maxig Namor, depending on the sort of degen you're dealing with. But he will just reflect all of the degen damage. He's not actually immune to it. See, Jared, Hercules is the everything counter. So, you know, if you can counter Electro, Electro is part of everything. So, yeah, Hercules OP. V8, very nice. Aim for V6 mostly, very nice. Rock over, no, I haven't. Bolton's significantly further south than myself. I don't live there anymore, but no, I did most of my climbing in York when I went to the university there. I went to the University of York. Got Tech Kang done, very nice. Keep it going, Bolo. Very, very nice. Oh, I'm very tempted to make a very niche reference about Bolo, but I don't think anyone here would get it, so that is fine. Right, skip node choice. Mr. Pickle, how are you? Nice and sharp, I hope. Oh, someone was asking about controls. So, these are the controls I'm currently running with on computer, so it's WASD for the majority of it. Then special attack, I use space, control's also an option, but I use space. And then support, which is what they call strikers, is shift. So I only need to use arrow keys if I am playing Spider-Punk or Enchantress for their weird swiping. You have to do that in the arrow keys, WSD does not work. So, Hulkbuster versus this boss. What have we got to watch out for? We've got Oscillate here, if I remember correctly. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a big Sabertooth as well. But I don't believe Hulkbuster should have too much issues. Or too many issues, I should say. Unfortunately not Dewad. There's nowhere particularly good around me for doing it, annoyingly. And I just sort of lost habit. I got a job, so now I've got real life to deal with. What did I study in York? I studied physics, specialising in high-energy thermonuclear astrophysics. Obviously. Xander Scar, you are more than welcome. I have no idea if it will work, but we can certainly try. Let me finish this fight, and I will try and get you set up. Or maybe he'll finish the fight for me if I'm not careful. Bolo, that is entirely up to you. If you have the units for it and believe they are worth it, then they are. I'd suggest, if you have the units, that picking up the ones that give you, you know, resources like energy and revives and so on, pay attention. Then they could be worth it. But that's up to you. because you get them at a discounted price. Heavy attack, heavy attack, heavy attack, heavy attack, heavy attack, special 1, heavy attack, heavy attack, heavy attack, special 1. There we go. Thank you, Duad. I went to Red Goat there, if you know that one. Is Mini Kang as bad as the Gwynmaster? I'm presuming Mini 736. That's entirely up to you. Right, Xander. I must have you somewhere. There you are. Right, I'm going to try and give you a call, and let's see what happens. I've got Discord set up on my OBS, so let's see. Hello?
Hello there. How's it going?
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Can anyone else hear him?
Testing, chat. Can you hear me? No. Hello, can you hear me? Oh. Oops.
Wait, you can hear him?
Wait, what?
How am I
Y'all
the
can
only
hear me?
person that can't hear him?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Seriously? Okay, that's inconvenient. Let me try and check my volume settings. Let's see what my output is set to on Discord. So it must be a... oh, he's very loud for you. I'll turn him down. How about that? Is that a bit better? Video and voice. Input device, output device. Ah, let's try that.
It's not, but...
I can now
I
hear you.
mean... There we go. The mic is not in my throat, but I apologize for that.
No worries at all. Right. How is Xander's volume, everyone? I've turned him down a bit now, so hopefully that works. But how are you doing, Xander?
I'm doing well. How are you, man?
Not too bad, not too bad. Nice that it's Saturday
Nice.
and I can stream rather than Friday and being tired. Never mind.
Oh, right. Dude, tell me about it. Sorry about that.
No worries at all. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember I was talking to Sim somewhere, and I was like, yeah, I should totally do like a stream this Friday. But then once I actually got home Friday night, I'm like, no, yeah, I'm wiped. I've had a long week. I need to rest.
That's absolutely fair enough. People are saying you're doubling, but that must be my audio. How's that? Is he still doubling now?
Bro needs to join a church. Dang.
Absolutely. Is he still doubled? Xander, do you want to just try saying something? Oh?
I'm still here, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I was just trying to listen in.
No more echo?
No
Excellent.
more echo? Okay.
Nice.
Perfect.
So, yeah, how are you doing? It's been a while.
Yeah, good. Just I was actually chilling in Lefty stream for a little bit. He was doing God of War.
Fair enough. I am trying to stay pure, as you know, we are MCOC streamers, so I must remain pure. But definitely, I'm going to be streaming Bloons at some point.
Oh, you should.
I think that'd be quite fun. Right? I swear we had another question in chat, but it's now all clogged up with. Would surely work for the Mr. Sinister on the Invisible Wound path? Absolutely not. But let's go try it out anyway. So how are things with you? Where are you based though? I can never remember.
I'm in the U.S. In Washington.
Fair enough. So it must be a more sociable time for you over there rather than 10 to 8.
I mean it's 11. It's like 11:50 a.m.
That's fair enough. It's a bit more sociable.
You?
Yeah. So it's currently 10 to 8 in the evening, but I'm based in the north of England because we don't have. There's the north, the south, and the Midlands, which is definitely in between, but also doesn't exist. People will argue till kingdom come about where the Midlands lie.
Tell me about it. I have a Scottish friend. He doesn't even want to acknowledge that the UK exists.
I mean, that's also fair enough. There is No one in the UK likes anyone else in the UK.
Oh, I've heard.
Well,
He ain't British heresy.
well,
I mean, I could be if he wanted me to.
I think we have to acknowledge, on occasion, that people outside the UK do exist. I think that's
No
only
way.
fair.
Is that real?
Well, occasionally people outside the US acknowledge people outside the US exist, so...
Gotcha.
No, if we wanted a proper British stream, I'd have to get Trap to come and join us. It's a proper British lad. So, how do we gain charges on this path? Parries, by the looks of it. So, this is Mr. Sinister on this path. So, we're going to build up a whole bunch of bleeds on us. And that was a mistake. So, Tapper to remove the invisibility. Going to get our Vicious back.
Not gonna lie, I like how some of the icons on PC are transparent.
Some of them, there are just a couple of bugs here and there with the UI, which is...
I like it.
It adds a certain level of charm. Yeah, it is slightly interesting sometimes. So we're getting 16,000 per tick. So Mr. Sinister is a very, very good option for this path, because I believe it's debuff potency path.
Nice. Oh yeah, definitely would shred.
Definitely. So it's intercept to drop charges, parry to gain them. But Shuri, I mean, will work, but the problem with Shuri is you take all of her debuffs and convert them into much stronger passives. So she would still work for sure, as we'll show, but you lose a lot of her damage. So let's build up some charges so we can actually gain some power as well. So it's 2 parries, 3. So what are you focusing on at the moment then, Xander? In terms of MCSC or any other thing in general?
Oh man, I haven't really been on MCSC all week due to work.
Oh.
But I still haven't really done the... That reminds me, I need to do Autumn of Agony.
Oh, who are you planning for it? Do you have any plans for it, or not sure yet?
Not sure yet.
Not sure yet, fair enough. I think the meta options have been Photon, Angela, and then Cosmic Ghost Rider. I was very, very surprised that Kabam allowed Cosmic Ghost Rider to be in the pool of available champions for any of these events. You know, Cosmic Medium. Okay.
Right.
Says the guy that didn't actually end up using Cosmic Ghost Rider for it, but never mind. He was in War. No, he was in Alliance Quest, actually, and I was impatient. So I ended up using Adam Warlock instead, who did fine.
Nice. Yeah, Adam's fun.
He is when he works, which isn't often enough when I'm playing.
Very true.
So yeah, so Shuri can work for this path and all the debuffs, but you're just going to convert them to passives. So, yeah. If you have the options, Mrs. Sinister will shred, but whatever. So someone was asking about 636. Let's go and have a look at that. Nope, wrong path. Go back, book select. Do you remember who you used for 636 all the way back in the day, Xander? That's the Crit Me Cap Infinity War boss.
636. I think I even did a stream of that stuff back in the day.
Oh. Shows how new to all of this I am. So yeah, I'd recommend the Kamala Khan path here. It's pretty simple, really, to get through it, so you can focus everything on the boss.
Oh, who did I use? No, I'm gonna check some of my streams now.
So let's limit ourselves to 5 stars because Act 6. So this is Xander Scar. Feel free to link your channel in chat, Xander.
I would, however, only mods can post links.
Ah, feel free to DM it to me then and I will post it. Or message something and I'll make you a mod and we can go from there.
Gotcha.
So She-Hulk has her taunt. Let's have Ghost and Wasp and Hood. And then we can also have Hulkbuster might work. Is there an option to beat Mojo without buff immune champions? Try not to trigger buffs, even on your buffy champions. But just
Ghost.
say again.
Sorry. I used Ghost. That's what I used.
That fair enough. I think that's who I used as well. Yeah. So let's use She-Hulk. So yeah, Mojo just don't do his prompts, and he can't get his anti-life field, and that's when things start to go wrong. Is the long and short of it. He is an annoying defender, always has been. A long time ago, back when Alliance War tactics were still relatively new, Mojo was one of the first in a tactic called Flow, reverse controls. I forgot about that. Do you remember Flojo bosses, Xander? Was that a thing you had?
I do remember the terms, but I wasn't a big Alliance War participator. Like, Alliance War was never a mode I got into.
That's fair enough. So Flojo bosses, where every time you crit Mojo, he would gain a power gain passive, which was
That makes sense.
awful.
Yeah. Just special spamming on
Absolutely.
top of Mystic
on
Dispersion.
top of Mystic Dispersion, and the science class was weak as hell then.
Yeah, exactly.
And the idea of
debuff immune?
well,
Yeah.
buff immune didn't exist.
Buff immune.
Red Guardian was the first buff immune, and he wasn't that good. But I think Guillotine 2099 was the meta counter. But that or Torch Nuke, and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Oh, that went very poorly. Why can't I fight Kamala Khan? To
She's a
concentrate.
tough defender.
I'm just here yakking rather than focusing. Let's use Hood instead.
Though I will say, I do remember when this Captain Infinity War boss was cheesable.
Oh, happy days. The Tea Time Challenge is a moment from MCOC history.
Tea time. Oh, what a classic.
Absolute classic. So, before this Cap Infinity War supposedly got nerfed, he didn't. He's significantly harder than he used to be. He had the unlimited power node that we choose with a 4-star Ronin earlier. And now he has Aggression Fury, which is significantly worse.
Exactly.
But you know,
I remember coming across a bug against that Captain America Infinity War.
which one?
The Act 6 one.
Oh, sorry, I meant which bug?
The bug was, I somehow bugged out, what is it? Destructive feedback?
Oh,
Or
curious.
something, because there was one time, like, I countered him or something, and I just, like, instantly died.
Oh, so not even a useful bug.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was exactly, though. But I remember it.
Ow. There used to be the bug, particularly on Black Widow and Labyrinth of Vaders, where they would instantly counter you. That one was ever fun. There we go.
Wait. I found the moment, actually.
You found it?
Yeah, it was, I somehow turned off destructive feedback. Or, not even that. What was it? Looked like... Yeah, he just didn't have the nodes when I went into that fight.
Oh, that sounds like
Yeah, I scrolled the nodes.
living the dream.
Yeah, and... Like, he... Yeah, he just didn't have destructive feedback. And then whenever I took a hit or something, I just took, like, 2 million damage.
Oh,
Out of nowhere.
that is a problem.
Yeah, I went in with like my low rank Captain Infinity War. I think he was like Sig 200, but he just wasn't doing that much damage because he wasn't critting.
Yeah, crit me on a champion that can glance with destructive feedback is a rough combination.
Exactly.
So got first Kang down to 30%. Don't know if you should restart, wait for revives, or it's entirely up to you. If you think you can do it, go for it. If you're not so sure, might be best to wait. Drain all of his
That's
power.
what it was.
I know there was a bug. Oh, that went poorly. Going around at the moment with Domino versus Do You Bleed, where she just
I've seen that.
where she just one shots the fight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is. Has that been fixed yet?
I haven't seen that it has been.
Oh, okay.
That one seems like unfortunately next build it'll get fixed type
one of those
bug.
ones. I mean, that's in.
That's what it seems like.
2 days.
I think so.
Fair enough.
But okay, so I've tracked down what the actual what happened was. So I slipped up. I took him down, and this is like a 565 Sig 200 cap, 5-star. I took him down to 77% health, just like by normal combos. I would have soloed this fight, like I would have finished it from start to finish, if I could. But I slip up, I trigger Heimdall, but it's there, and then like the text pops up, but the buffs do not. And the next hit afterwards, 770,428,736 damage.
Was that
it's a critical hit.
Was that
It's
you?
a critical hit that he landed on me.
On you?
Yes.
Right, that is a fair amount of damage.
But like, what did I do wrong? There was no. I guess all the damage I dealt to him just must have reflected back to me.
Yeah, that is. So that was pre-buff Heimdall synergy, wasn't it?
I guess, yeah, it must have been.
Because that would have dropped you to 1 health point. Rather than when post-buff, when it keeps you at the same health.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is a fun one. Mojo in 7.4, let's go have a look at that. 7.4. Oh, that's the Mojo play as badly as possible. This one. To go through the whole path, but that should be no issue. So that's the Squirrel Girl chapter. Quantum buff, some tropic prowess, put in the feeble. Don't gain too many buffs. Knock down to drop. Okay, cool. So against this Mojo, the idea is you want to play really badly, so you trigger all of the degens on yourself, and then you can throw them back at him and completely shred him, which is quite funny. This is buffs. Too many buffs. Right, let's just have you, and now we'll have some boss options. I think I did it with Red Hulk in the original video, so I'd say that's definitely an option, but I won't use him for this one. Let's use Photon. And let's use someone... Actually, something I never considered. I'm going to use someone incredibly buffy and see what happens. Because I did it with Science Champions, because you always use Science Champions, but...
Exactly.
What if I did it with Hulkling and just triggered all of the buffs on every hit?
So long as you're able to, like... Because it gives you no surrender, too, right?
Yes, you've got 90%
There's no retreat and then no surrender.
Yeah. I'm going to bring... Yeah,
I think it could work.
I'm going to bring... This is either going to be an absolute disaster or one of the funniest moments that we've had in quite some time.
It's worth a shot. I'm down for it.
It's always Grib. Nicely done. I just pointed you in the right direction. You're the one that actually did it. Blueberry destructive feedback is that stupid annoying node where you can only deal damage half the time. It's the 624 global. I think 624. Does that sound about right? The Kingpin chapter, which I think is 624.
Yes. Yeah. Let me double check as well.
Because it's Mr. Sinister, then it's the Icarus with Omega Red. Oh, this is going badly.
You're right.
Cool.
624.
Yeah. I have most of Act 6 committed to memory. Act 7 is nowhere close. So we're doing badly versus a Squirrel Girl because, I mean, Squirrel Girl always wins, right? Ball. No, it's definitely that's definitely not. This is for lore reasons only.
Oh, you're right. She's too overpowered.
Too overpowered. Exactly, Blueberry. Yeah, it's the one where you explode if you touch them.
Yep. I just want them to drop Apocalypse as a 7-star. He'd be a great 7-star.
He would, but can you imagine...
I don't know what some people are talking about.
Can you imagine him with the block pen stat focus, though?
Oh my god. The block damage would hurt.
It
The
would.
specials would hurt.
Yeah, it really would. But given just how, his signature ability isn't... I mean, it's nice for sure, but...
It's nice to have, but not
yeah.
important to him.
It's one of the very few, if only, signature abilities that only matters if you're not using him.
Exactly. And most of the time you are using him.
Yeah, that's true. It's weird. Him and Odin actively reward you for not using them. Oh. Luke, nicely done. Paragon, you've got it now. It's all yours.
Hey, nice job, dude.
Oh, Piggy, you are my healing source. Right, how bad are these poppers? Could be worse. So I'm just spamming special 1 in this fight so I can dump my power as quickly as possible, because against Piggy, the longer you're above 1 bar of power, the worse things are going to get. Also, if I had a keyboard that would let me throw my special attacks, that would be great too. You'll see it in a moment, everything comes very late.
Have you considered getting like an Xbox controller?
I probably should if I'm going to keep doing this as well, but now I'm building up another set of muscle memory that I'm going to have to override.
That's fair.
Which is totally my fault, but yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, I will. Can you imagine the willpower healing on a 7-star Apocalypse though?
Mental.
Because even on, this is a 6.5A, he has
315.
Yeah.
On 1 buff.
And 1
Debuff.
debuff. Cheers, Nathaniel. Enjoy. That would be... I mean, what is it on a 7.3 Sasquatch? It must be, what, 400?
I don't know.
There or thereabouts. Yeah, Dewad, he is a massive roadblock for a lot of people. I really want to take Venom Pool up to rank 3 at some point, see what regen we can get out of him. Because if I took him on a... So, I know that the 6-star rank 4 heals for about a... No, sorry, 6-star rank 4 heals for about 1,000 per buff. Per tick per regen. So that's 3,000 per tick. And assuming that like a 7.3 would be roughly double that. So that'd be 2,000 per tick, so 6,000 per tick for 3. But then if we took him against the Red Skull on the buff potency lane, we can get another 300% buff potency on it.
God damn.
I think
That's a lot of health.
Dying would just become optional. That's what I say about Rintrah.
And that's with running the like his synergies too, right? Or just
he doesn't need it.
His base.
It's base kit.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, you're talking about his Omnum, right?
Yeah, exactly. I did take... Go on.
There is a synergy I run sometimes with I think it's like the Deadpool one because I have him.
Yes.
So I also get the regeneration buff too whenever I get a blender buff.
Yeah.
So there's also that regen too.
That is very, very true. I used King Groot on a debuff potency path for one of the run-throughs. Absurd. Nice. Oh, sorry, buff potency, not debuff potency. Buff potency, and yeah, dying is just... You can if you want to, I suppose. You've got to actively try, but yeah, I suppose it would be possible.
I really don't mind like these earlier Paradox nodes. They're not too bad. It's like later in Act 8. Well, not even Act... Does Act 8 use Paradox? When do they stop?
Well, they're sort of sprinkled in and out, but it's the weapons that show up in Act 8.
Right.
Weapons are fine. It's the Scourge nodes that have been introduced to Act 9 are a little more interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about those ones, because most of the time I'm like, what? Okay, I could do this, but I'm just gonna do my own thing instead.
So I could, or I could use Kate and Onslaught.
Exactly. Yeah, speaking of Cosmic Champs, my last Cosmic rank 3 was a Carnage.
Oh, that is a spicy option. I have a
Yeah.
strong suspicion, based on absolutely nothing, that he will be in the Necropolis Karina's pool.
I have a feeling too, based on certain communication or conversations.
Oh, okay. So I haven't had any such conversations, but now my
Well, okay, not in that way. I'm referring to like whenever when I've seen like Allison and Nemesis talk about like Red Goblin or Carnage, etc., etc.
That's
my theories. Those are my theories.
That's fair enough. Anything we've heard. I'm curious to see those pools. I don't think I'll be diving into them straight away, but I'm curious to see what others people do.
Yeah, I can't wait to see and gather all the information.
Yeah. There's a debate going on about recoils. The answer to when you should unlock them is when you have 15,000 spare units, which doesn't come up that often. I didn't run recoils for most of my career. I ghosted the entirety of the easy path of Labyrinth of Legends and about 70% of Act 6 with a 5-star ghost, and only then discovered recoil masteries afterwards. So you really don't need them if you want to play certain champions.
Yeah,
Go on.
Most of my MCOC career was also just
Yeah.
going through the game without them. Like, I only really unlocked them for Arena. That was like my drive.
That's fair enough. I don't do enough arenas to justify it.
I've only ever done... Sorry.
No, it's fine,
I've only done like 2... I've done several of like the basic 4 or 5-star ones back in the day, like early days. But the more recent ones that stuck to me were 6-star Stark Spidey, because I have a connection with him.
Yeah.
And then there was a 6-star Auto because I really loved the champion, but I never pulled him out of any crystals. So I figured might as well grind him in the basic when I had the time to grind for arena champions.
Yeah, I imagine his score wasn't exactly high either.
Not really, no. It was manageable. I got him safely.
I have done a couple of arena grinds in my time. I got the 4-star Omega Red from his basic.
Oh, nice.
And then I ground it again for the second one to dupe him. And at that point discovered that you only get 1 sig level, not 20. Which is quite annoying.
Yeah.
But, we learn. I went for Odin as well because I wanted the synergy with Hela.
Makes sense.
Missed him twice.
Damn.
80k crit. And then I also went for, because free-to-play trash, I went for the Sigil Witch, because she had an arena. And I managed to get the 5-star. I missed out on the 6-star, but I did get the 5-star.
Oh, nice.
Which is a champion that I've said to myself, well, we can use her now in the showcase videos, right? And then I realized, well, she's not she's a pay-to-get champion, so I keep going, I'll use her, because, I have her, and I may as well. That's like, nah, but people might not have her. But it's fine.
That's always a fair point.
Yeah. Blood, Sweat and Tears. Yes, there are 10 free 7-stars coming your way if you are Paragon. All you've got to do is log in. When we say they are free, they aren't just free after challenges. It's log in, calendar, get champion, winner.
Nice. And that's on the 10th?
Starting on the 10th, yeah. So it's the 10th to the 20th, and then on the 20th the banquet event starts.
Right.
It's almost like someone at Kabam thought about it. Right. Hulkling versus Mojo. Is this going to go very poorly?
We shall see.
We shall see. So, what's his first challenge? Stunner Champions. Right, instantly triggered that. Trigger 6 degens on us. Oh, he's ticking for 30,000 damage. He took half his health in one combo.
Jesus.
And now he's ticking for 35. So, I think someone was saying they were having an issue with that boss. I guess that's where there's a solution for you. Wow, that was 28 seconds, 18 hits. Wow. Azad, you can just post them in the relative area for yourself, or you can put them in just general. I'll go find them.
I think I used like a spider ham for this.
That's fair enough.
Degen resistant on top of extra degen resistant on top of porker poppers. What
Yeah,
more could you ask for?
fair enough. That is absolutely fair enough. So someone has sent me a video of Mr. Sinister amends in the main OMC Discord. That's just Mr. Sinister's damage. That's not him doing something that's like particularly over the top with him. He can just do that. He does very well on that node for sure, but he can just do that. So,
You know, I used to do similar streams like this myself back in the day, actually.
Fair enough. There's something I've always wanted to stream, but then I couldn't do it off my phone because A, it's bad, and B, it's iOS, so not allowed to do anything fun. But
yeah, looking at my earlier streams because I didn't I didn't have a job, so I didn't have much stuff. So I was just like working with whatever I could. I was just like getting like all these like free apps I could use and stuff. And through that way, I was like just trying to like help out people as much as I could.
Enough. One thing I've considered for quite some time, and actually I might throw it open now, is the idea of MCOC challenges. So literally someone in the stream says, here, try this, and we'll just have a go, see what's possible.
That sounds like super fun, honestly. Like,
it really does.
Yeah, like going into like, Act 6, Act 7, Act 8.
Yeah, just kind of like Karina's challenges, but boiled down a little bit. I don't have something that I've got to go through a bunch of.
Like the Sick Beast of a Player challenge.
What's that?
I vaguely it was a Karina's challenge.
Yeah.
It was one kind of inspired by Seaton, where he called like the creator of Doc Ock, John Kabam John, like a sick beast of a player, and the challenge was you go through you fight the Havoc in Act 6. I don't remember which one
6,
or like
3,
where in particular.
3, I think.
Yeah, you go fight that Havoc with Doc Ock. And that was the challenge.
That's fair. Oh, there was Sweda's one, which was the 66 champion with Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Yeah, no. That sounds. Someone says, try Labyrinth with just 4 stars. I mean, we can probably get. We can certainly do Red Hulk. Let's have a go at
It's funny, Jovan, I did want to stream something today. He's all telling me my last stream was 2 months ago. Yeah, I have a habit of doing that. Whenever I get the energy to go stream, I try to stream.
That's fair enough. Right, now we need some Black Panthers, I think.
Oh god, the Black Panthers. You're taking me back. Just one those synergy teams.
Yeah, the Black Panther bleed teams.
Yes, dude.
How much does it make you think if I say
Isophyne deep dive is out, we know.
Yeah. Just the Yellow Jacket damage team for extending Labyrinth in Rage.
Do you remember the Ant-Man Yellow Jacket synergies?
Oh yeah.
Like I miss those days of like synergies. I want those days back.
Yeah, just the simpler times.
Really.
As opposed to, if you bring this champion on this node, you can do this, that, and the other, and blah 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 blah. Don't get me wrong, exactly. I do like those synergies as well. So how many? Perfect. So we have. Oh no, I've got 5 charges. Damn. I wanted 3. Never mind. Oh, I'm not sure we're gonna have the down. I know this fight can be done with a 4-star. I just don't have Agent Venom or OG Black Panther ranked up. Oh, you meant Realm of Legends with 4 stars. Oh, that's fairly simple. There's some of the Karina's challenges to do it with 3 stars, but instead, okay, let's go do that instead. God, just gonna ignore the fact I got completely slapped there by that hug. In fact, I used to, really going back, I used to farm Realm of Legends Winter Soldier with a 4-star Star-Lord. or
wow.
or a 4-star Colossus, depending on the mood that took to me. Horizon, nicely done. That's a long way to go.
Nice work.
So yeah.
Yeah, you said this was pre-buff Colossus?
No, this was post-buff Colossus.
Okay, okay. Nice.
Yeah, so Jovac, one of the Karina's challenges is don't worry, Dwad, it's fine. Is to do Realm of Legends with just a 3-star Aegon. That's it.
Yep. And then there's also She-Hulk and what else?
It's the A-Force team, which is She-Hulk, Mr. Fantastic, and Namor is the combo for that one. And then there's the Robots team, which is do you have 3-star Guillotine 2099? Right, this is boring. Let's juice up a bit. Because she does everything.
Pretty much.
What's your opinion on Guillotine 2099? I know some people say she's great, and other people say that they can't stand her.
I like her. Like don't get me wrong. Like I've taken up like my 5-star Guillotine, and I've used her in like Labyrinth. Like I love ramp up champions. Like
That's
I will
fair.
never not like dislike a ramp up champion.
What are your thoughts on the Sentry buff then?
I have to relook at the details.
That's fair enough. He's a ramp up champion.
I'll be honest. I actually still have yet to watch the latest live stream because they decided to go live on the busiest day for me that day, which was Wednesday. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna go live on Wednesday instead of Friday, and it's like, really?
Why you do this to me?
Like I used to before my schedule changed, actually used to watch the live stream before I went to work, but now I start work when they go live.
Kunal, that's just a PC bug, nothing more.
Oh hey, the 4-star borders are back.
Yeah, if you hit their block, I think the border comes back, and don't ask me how that works.
Interesting.
We'll try the next fight as well. Ryan, this is Xander on call, Xander Scar.
Yo, how's it going?
2 internal bleeds. This is probably actually quite good practice for me to actually learn how computers work. But there we go, 4-star Nick Fury. But let's try. So let's test the theory about blocking. I'm pretty sure if you hit that block. So yes, they both look like 1-star borders now. And oh no, so hitting her block is okay. I think it's if you parry or something, the border. No, that hasn't done it. You knock it down. I think it's quite random, but.
I am in the U.S.
Chiku, if you want to know how I defeated that Mojo, what you're going to do is you're going to go grab yourself a 7-star rank 3 Count Nefaria, barely read the nodes, and hope for the best. But no, in more seriousness, what you need to do is if you parry on his special attacks, you will gain prowess passives. If you just block them, he will gain the prowess passives. So I find it easiest to block the first and last hit of his special one, or parry those ones and just block the others. And then you can throw big specials of your own. Don't trigger his degen field, and don't trigger too many buffs. He is a tricky fight, don't get me wrong.
Sorry, Dwad. I'm Valiant. I'm at the top. I don't participate in like high tier war or alliance. I'm in a pretty chill alliance. I'm actually in a MSD's alliance, just chilling because I don't really have the time to participate. I don't know how other people do it.
I have no idea how. Big shout out to the salty planets. I get a plan. I go in and I do as I'm told. I don't die, and that's it. To the people that do all the planning.
Fair play.
Oof. Yeah. Can you use Archangel for 743 Invisible Wind Path? You can. There are better options because the debuff potency won't increase his neuro damage because that's passive. But you could, yeah, certainly could. There we go, yeah. So 4 stars in Realm of Legends are perfectly valid. I think that is the sort of quest that comes from a bygone era, which is when the first clear of Realm of Legends with 3 stars and so on. Yeah. That was the wrong one. Never mind. So, yeah. Power creep has certainly come and gone.
Yep. I think I hit Valiant earlier this year, though.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't keep track of this stuff all that often.
No, it'd be nice to write it down. I did actually have to get my account password changed with Kabam a couple of months ago.
Yeah. I need to do the same, but I was just like concerned of that locking me out of my account. So
yeah,
like,
but
I need to ask first before I do anything.
They were sort of like, so, the automated questions of, so, when did you start your account? Can't remember. Where were you? Can't remember. But I did have I had some pictures saved on my phone because the first time I pulled 6-star Cosmic Ghost Rider, I took a screenshot, sent it to my alliance, went, oh my god, I've pulled 6-star Cosmic Ghost Rider. Amazing. I'm going to go open my other 6-star crystal. Do you want to guess what came out of that 6-star crystal? That's right, another Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Really?
Yeah, promise. So I then sent another picture
Nice.
saying, oh my god, I've just duped Cosmic Ghost Rider. So I said to them, look, I can tell you exactly on these deals. This was the day I pulled Ghost. This was the day I duped Cosmic Ghost Rider. And clearly they went through their logs and went, yeah, no, this guy owns this account. And they were happy to do that.
Nice.
Which is nice of them. Let's have you, let's have you, let's have a bit of you, let's have a bit of you, and which path? Oh, this one's got no fair. It's just the tech path. Hello, Warlock. Yes, that was story time with Papa Encyclopedia, everyone. What, in my opinion, oh, that's the wrong way, is the most annoying node in the game? That would be consistent combos. I despise that node with quite a burning passion. That's the one where if you don't do 5 hits in your combo, you get a glancing buff stuck on you. Or debuff. Which also includes things like heavy attacks. So if you have a 1-hit, 2-hit, 3-hit, 4-hit, 6-hit, or whatever heavy attack, if it's not 5 hits... Actually, no, if it's 6, it's fine. It's going to be 5 or more. But, yeah, so if you have a 1-hit heavy attack, you just get glanced a lot. Which is very, very annoying. Glancing is also one of the more annoying mechanics in the game. Do you have a particular least favourite node?
Oh, you know what? It's, I actually do. I haven't come across it in a while. It's, what's it called? I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's Close Encounters. I hate Close Encounters with a burning passion. The consistency between how much you take damage versus how much you heal back is so annoying.
Oh,
like,
100%.
I never liked that.
I love the fact that you come in close for 1 hit and dash out, and that's like, nope, that's all degen. That's all degen.
You're degenning now. Yep. You're not that close. Nope, you're not close enough. Sorry.
But then you do a backdraft intercept, and it's like, no. See, you've left range now, so we're going to degen you. I swear, whatever is measuring range for that, I will 100% agree with you. That is interesting. Let's just go with interesting.
It's very interesting.
What quest is this? This is the EQ. We're looking at the annoying mojo from this month's event quest. Was that 100,000 heavy? Huh. What percentage does Tech Kang Phase 2 start? 90%. So it's just 10% for his first phase, I think. It's either 10% or 20% for the first phase.
10% sounds about right.
Yeah, because most of both Kangs have a like this is sort of how the fight works phase. Before they actually start throwing you into the depths of it. Yeah, so Warlock's damage isn't always 100k heavies, it's just from the Cav nodes, giving him lots of damage. So we drop a whole bunch of armor breaks on him, not a single crit, which is why I need a 7-star Warlock. Ow. how...
I'd love to awaken mine.
I'd have to have one. But yeah, no, I can imagine. I'm pretty sure when we faced TCN in War last season, and of course they've got 7-star rank 3, SIG 200 everything.
Right.
I mean, the damage back from a SIG 200 Korg is monstrous. But yeah, they had
imagine.
A SIG 200 Warlock, the degen damage. Ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Painful.
Painful. I got Paragon today. Congratulations, Joel.
It's all fun and games.
Good.
It's all fun and games until you have to fight them on a Lance War defense.
Yes.
It's like, oh yay, 7-star champion. Oh, like Rintra. Oh wow, 7-star Rintra.
There's a reason my Nefaria is now rank 3.
I need to awaken my Silk.
Actually, my Silk is awakened, which is only rank 2. Maybe I should go. I had the option.
Mine's the opposite. Mine's rank 3, but unawakened.
Yeah, that's my Nefaria. I have a rank 2 Silk awakened. I had the option at the start of this war season, do you want a rank 3 Nefaria or rank 3 Silk? And I chose Nefaria because I like him. Was it actually the wisest of choice? I don't know, because Silk is so obscene on this tactic. She can just do everything. So... oh well.
Yeah, when the... what was it called? Was it the Sinister Sales in September?
Something. There was the Craven ones for Black Friday. I've lost track. I don't tend to track them because I never participate.
I think it was like the whenever they were selling Count Nefaria, like I picked him up through there, and then I awakened him through one of his like the Valiant crystals there.
Oh,
so like I have him awakened. He's just sitting at rank 1.
Oh, he's one of my favourite science champions at the moment. I don't think I've ever pulled a... I might have pulled like one 7-star out of a Paragon or Valiant. But then again, I don't open that many.
I've managed to snag a few.
Fair enough.
So cool.
Nicely done, Kunal. That is a fun boss. Particularly, you know, Killmonger on Power Shield if you've got a Cosmic Ghost Rider. That is going to be a good time.
I'm not sure if you participate in Fortnite all that much, but they just dropped the rest of the Spider-Verse bundle.
I have never played Fortnite in my entire life, I'm afraid.
They dropped Spider-Punk, like Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Punk, Peter B. Parker, and Spider-Man Noir.
Fair enough. I've also not actually seen Across the Spider-Verse yet. I can only apologise.
It's alright.
I keep meaning to, and then I just never had the time.
It all boils down to time.
It always does, doesn't it? It always does. Right, Annoying Mojo boss. This is the Thronebreaker one, or whatever the hardest one is, so if we can get this one down, we can do any of them. So, Tenacity. He shrugs off everything, because he's annoying. Stunning performance. Whenever a mutant attackers parry a stun, or whatever, they instead inflict a 1.5 second passive stun. If you activate a special attack during that time, you get extra damage. So we haven't brought in mutants, that doesn't matter. Passively special, when the defender throws a special, they gain 1 passive prowess for each hit that was blocked, but if you parry it, you gain it itself. And Special Connoisseur means you need prowess to do damage on your special attacks. And Matador means you gain power when he gains power, or when he throws a thing. So... let's try and start the fight a little bit better than that.
Here, I'll be right back. I gotta take care of my cat.
No worries. That is a perfectly valid reason. So, Silk is going to make this a little bit annoying with auto evade. So let's try again. So I parried that attack. So we got 1 prowess, but unfortunately he messed me up. So we got 3 on that one. So we're going to fully evade that one. We've been pushed to special 3, which is a bit annoying. But that's fine. What's the best way to get Angela for 726? The same way it is to get any other champion. For some reason my parry didn't register there. Come on, please throw your special attack, Mojo. There we go. So we can fully evade that because Silk. So we've got Fury into Prowess special 1. Can you do the same with 5-star Silk? Probably. So we're throwing this just to dump power because we haven't got any prowess. It's annoying he blocked it, but it wasn't going to do any damage anyway. So we're just going to dump that. So now we're going to go for a special 1 out of Mojo, please. There we go, so we've got 1 prowess. Silk Auto Evade will take that. And then hopefully that should be enough to finish this guy off. There we go. So that's how I deal with this particularly annoying Mojo. Just don't let him trigger the degens on you, and you'll never have to worry. Ryan, no, they have not yet given any information on when this is coming out officially. It's still very much in beta. So yeah, the reason you're getting degened is because you have a buff that expires when he's got his anti-life field up. So if you never let him put his anti-life field on you, or never trigger any buffs, then no degens. Because he's Silk is buff immune Rex, so no buffs, no degens. AB, what is so good about Silk? Well, she's fully buff immune for a start, but she can also do some very interesting things when you can completely stunlock the opponent as well. But not quite something I'm going to show at the moment because I'm not good at it. How many revives would I need for 7.2 to 7.4 on average? That's really tricky. As you can see from the every follow-up video I do, you can do it with none. Or you might need 100. It's entirely up to you. So I'm afraid I can't really give you a satisfying answer to that. Right. Have we got any other questions regarding Act 7 and getting Paragon? Or do you all think that you've got what it takes? Can I show some ham gameplay? I mean, sure, I guess. Run the Legends. 7-star rank 1 ham, I believe, is what we'll be dealing with. Yep. And we'll bring Onslaught to go through. Oh, 736. What's up on 736 for you? You just want to hear me talk, is that it? We've been going for nearly 3 hours, so my voice is going somewhat at the moment, but I suppose. Any tips for Big Kang when I get there? Make sure you have watched the videos. The videos contain all of the information I could give you, mostly. Yeah, David, by all means, you are welcome to ask questions about getting Thronebreaker as well. Do remember that there are 48 videos on the channel taking you all the way through Act 6, telling you all the information you need, and then having me demonstrate it as well. But yes, I'm more than happy to answer questions as well. Cheeky stun there with Onslaught. Nicely done, Alex C. Enjoy your new champions when they come. That was stupid, I shouldn't have done that, but here comes the big degen from Apocalypse. And we lost all our degens because I'm bad. That's annoying. Hardest question 7.4 is probably 0.6 just because of the boss. 7.4 isn't particularly difficult with all the paradox, you could just kind of cheese everything. There we go. How much harder is Medusa in 631 after the buff? Fractionally, but not really. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference. Didn't you put it in the server last time? I think it was put in main, and a few people give you some pointers. I'm not going to scroll back and try and find it now, but there's too many things there. So, someone was asking about Spider Ham. So, Spider Ham has a chance to place Porker Poppers on his medium attacks, and that chance is increased while the opponent is stunned, hence I'm doing medium light medium combos. You can also pause them with your special one. He also has his Spider Nonsense, which are the charges building top left. So those go up whilst the opponent has more than one bar of power, and the more you have, the higher chance you have for placing your poppers, as well as doing a few other things. You can remove 2 with a heavy attack, which you want to do, because if you get to 10, they can all expire. So you can also throw your special 2, which places 3 pops on the opponent and instantly sets your nonsense to 10. I believe pauses it for a moment as well. So we can use a... Oh, no. So I'm really looking for a parry here. There we go, so we can drop that down. So medium, light, medium. So in sort of shorter BG's matches, he's basically just spam special 1 sort of character. But we do, if in a longer matchup, you might want to go for the special 3 as well, because then you can place a lot of power stings on the opponent. Just keep them all paused. And the more nonsense you have, the higher the chance they have to re-trigger as well. So the more that re-trigger, well, the more damage you deal. He also has a taunt on his special 1 as well, which makes it more likely for the opponent to throw special attacks. But, you know, this is Realm of Legends, the AI is a bit janky at the best of times. So another special 1. Unfortunately, there we go. Nonsense has fallen off. So we've got none refresh there, which is quite unfortunate. Yeah, I find his animations actually really annoying because I find most of the time I'm fighting him on defense. I don't use him on offense very much. But that's just my opinion. Particularly when I'm trying to ghost him, he's just annoying. There we go. So there's Ham, 2 minutes for a 7-star rank 1. Not bad. What is good practice for Ghost? Labyrinth of Legends is the honest answer for that. Red Hulk is a very nice ghostable opponent. You can do all of your heavy counters, you can do all of that with him, and the AI is decent enough. I feel like it used to be better, but yeah, not anymore. So if you want good practice for ghosting, obviously you want to bring in your ghost. Then you want to bring in your wasp because everyone likes wasp, and then if you want just more damage, you bring in Ant-Man. And if you want even more damage, you bring in Odin. And then you can either bring in Hood, so you take no damage whilst phasing, which is utterly broken. Or if you want even more damage, you bring in Yellow Jacket. Those are the 2 Ghost full synergy teams. So, then you go find yourself a Labyrinth Red Hulk.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
No worries at all. You can drop all of the buffs onto Ghost, so that gives them more damage. Not that we actually need it for this fight, because we'll be damage capping for a lot of it anyway. And go from there. So, He's feeling particularly passive, so we've got to get an intercept to start with. Normally on Ghost phases, the opponent can't evade, but this is Labyrinth, so they say no to that and just evade anyway. And off we go. So that is the very basic Ghost rotation. Phase to your special 2, dash back, and go from there. Let's try and get a special 1 out of this guy. Nice and easy to heavy counter. So you gain more Furies, which is more damage, and because Ant-Man, even more damage. You good, Xander? Sorry, you say something?
Oh no, Joe Vank just said something in chat.
That's fair enough.
He also said something about Nick Fury for this Ghost team.
Nick Fury doesn't do much for the Ghost team. She's not a hero champion, so no damage boost.
Right, that's true. Or maybe I was just misreading that.
Quite possibly. I'm not entirely sure what he's referring to either, so never mind. There you go, so you just sort of keep the loop going. If you use a special 2 with Ghost, you gain a cruelty, and once it finishes, you also refresh all cruelties on you. So that can be very helpful. In a really, really long fight with Ghost, and there aren't really any in the game that's worth doing this, you can go to special 3 to turn all of your cruelties passive. So that way you can stack up even more cruelties, but then they aren't buffs, so Ant-Man doesn't benefit from them. Or you don't benefit from them from the Ant-Man synergy, which is a little annoying.
Right.
But then you can get the 5 ones back again, so you can have 10 cruelties. But, I mean, Ghost is already damage capping here, so it's not a huge amount of point.
Man, I miss using Ghost. I love her.
She was my workhorse for everything.
Yeah, dude, tell me about it.
She did most of Act 6 as a 5-star. She did the easy path Labyrinth of Legends for me as a 5-star as well. Obviously that was before Odin buffs were a thing as well.
Yeah.
Just so good. Another special 2. And then Ghost with power backs is just makes Alliance War just fodder, yeah. Absolutely disgusting. So probably one more special 2, and this... I was about to say Gentle Giant, but that doesn't feel right. Will be no more. There we go. So that is Labyrinth of Legends, Red Hulk with Ghost. No damage taken. 80 hits. Oh, I need Ghost somewhere where she's not damage capped. Actually, there's the CCP server, but I can't access that here. It's annoying.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'd love to access it.
I know. Yeah, I did actually have challenge myself at one point with, can I do a labyrinth path without... So this is one of the challenges that I wouldn't do on stream. Without taking a single point of damage. And that's not, can I yellow bar every fight. That's, can I no damage taken every fight.
Exactly.
My theory was to try and do it with Aegon and Ghost. Going down the Star-Lord path through Jane Foster and then down through the middle, because there were many fewer fights.
Right.
And there's a lot of fights that were... It was actually really interesting to draw the map and cross off this Falcon and his special 1. It's not going to happen. Yeah, you might push him to special 2 every time, but most likely not. Or Magic and her Limbo, she's going to proc it once and you're going to take damage.
Exactly.
So when you cross off those champions, everything after them suddenly becomes a non-issue. Or suddenly becomes, not possible. So, actually there were very, very few paths left, because I didn't want to go through Unstoppable Colossus either. So yeah, suddenly that became one of the very few options. I got as far as... I got to Daredevil.
Nice.
But that was about as far as I could get before my sanity just left me, because I wanted to do it in one path as well. Because if you go, could I do every fight no damage taken? Sure, just by going in and out or any of that sort of thing. But
so impressive nonetheless.
Thank you. That was a painful experience. Right.
I could imagine.
I think we have sort of run out of questions for today, so I think I will call it here for tonight. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Big shout out to Xander Scar on call as well. Do go and check them out. Are you planning on streaming again at some point? Or is it a bit more irregular than that?
I did plan on doing something today.
Oh, there you go then.
Later in the afternoon. Yeah.
So everyone should definitely go subscribe to him. Keep an eye on that, so you'll get notified when that goes live. Thank you. And I will see you next time.